Hi and welcome to this masterclass. I'm Rachel Smith, Business Grower, and today we are exploring that subject that can feel very tricky and a little bit scary, and that is money. However, we're in business. We can't get away from the fact that our business and our business success is all about the money that we can attract into our business. However, often there are certain blocks that are stopping you from attracting in all of the money and clients that you really desire to have. So in this masterclass, is your money story helping your business to struggle? Is really lifting the lid and having a look at what I mean by this. So we all have a money story, believe it or not, and our money story comes back from our educators. So it's a story that's been handed down to us through the people who were responsible for our early education. So that could be from our parents, from our guardians, from our upbringings, from our family. It can also be from our wider education, from our friends, from our schools, from our teachers, from our mentors, from our employers, from our lovers. There's all sorts of different places that we can pick up our money story. And sometimes, if you're really fortunate, your money story is really positive, and actually you don't struggle to attract clients and money in abundance into your life, because you understand that money is an energy and that you need to pay it attention, and that you've got very positive outlook and habits that really help and support your business to grow. However, for many people, including myself, your education has really impacted on how you feel about money. So just for very briefly, I'll share what my money story is and how that's impacted on my business success. So when I was growing up, my family had plenty of money. However, we always came from a place of lack. Money was never paid attention to. It came in and it went out really quickly. So that's why we always came from a place of lack. I was told that money didn't grow on trees. Yes, it does. It's paper. And that we had to be grateful for what we had. So when I look back to when I first started earning money in my paid jobs, and later on in my career, what happened is that I followed that same pattern. I had a real fear about money because when I was growing up, money was never talked about. Money was never managed either, which this is an interesting one. My parents used to receive their bank details, their bank statements, and it used to be put to one side. And eventually, probably after months, it would have been looked at. So if any discrepancies occurred, if any charges had occurred, it wouldn't have been dealt with there and then. Nothing would have been changed in the family dynamics in terms of making the money flow more easily and ensuring that the money was used in the way that it was, best intended to. So rather than the family coming from a place of lack, we should have been coming from a place of abundance. And that really did translate itself in my career and in the early days of running my business. So money would come into my business, into my life, and then it would go flying out of the door as well. And this was just replicating that pattern that I'd seen in my early years. So the challenge for you is for you to just take a few minutes and think about, what was your first experience about money? What was a relationship that your educators had with money, and how has that been passed on to you? Do you feel that you actually have a really positive outlook on money, that actually you get to attract all the clients in that you want to? That is brilliant. Well done. And let's hope that you're passing those healthy habits about money onto the next generation as well. However, if you've got a similar situation to mine, where your educators are coming from a place of lack, and you can see how that's translating into your business, it's time to do something about changing your money story. Because like anything, we can change how we behave once we understand that we're behaving in this particular way. Now, some of you might be feeling that This area really makes you feel really uncomfortable and a little bit scared. And this is exactly the time and the place that you should be focusing your attention. Until you resolve those money issues, you're always going to be facing these problems. So some of the ways that you can do this is to ensure that the patterns that happen in your early education that are translating into your business, have a look at those habits, identify the habits that are unhealthy, write them down and start to look at how you can change those. So if we looked at my scenario, it could well be that where my parents didn't ever look at their banking paperwork, and that was something that definitely happened in my early career and early days of running a business. So one of the ways that I address that is I ensure that I look at my money every single day. And that really does help to create a really healthy approach to money, because I understand what's coming in, what's going out, and it helps me focus where I need to put my attention in order to create more. I don't feel scared about money anymore because I've started to break down that fear by having this daily practice. So think about how those patterns that are occurring for you and how you can take steps to actually resolve those. And I can guarantee you will maybe feel that resistance at the beginning, but once you start working through that, you will begin to feel a whole lot better about money, and you will start to attract in more business into your business because you are open, you are organized, you are focused on where you need to put that attention. You're no longer afraid about money, so it means that you might put your prices up, you might go out and have more conversations with people because actually you have a target in mind and you know that you actually need to do more marketing activities in order to attract that money into you. Now guys, I'm not kidding, this is work in progress, so don't think that there's a magic solution, but there are many ways that you can overcome and change your money habits so that actually you can create abundance in your life and your business. So start having a look at that today, and if you've got any questions about how you can overcome your money story, come and email me over at rachelsmith@attractmorenow@gmail.com. and I'll happily answer your questions. And if you would like more resources and more help about how you can overcome your money story, grow your business, and live that life that you truly desire to have, hop over to my website, which is www.thebusinessgrow.com, and come and check my Facebook page out, which is Rachel Smith, The Business Grow. So really good luck at starting to bust through your money story. This work is well worth the pain that you may feel that you have to go through. You don't have to do it alone. Email me and let me know how you get on. Okay, everybody, bye for now.